That's the blooming thing. I cannot get it. Right, are we on? Yes. Hello and welcome to Jeannie's Art Videos again. And always make sure your canvas is nice and level before you start. Otherwise, your lovely painting will run off the edge. I'm using an old canvas, and today I want to try out to see how this Dulux house paint works as opposed to my normal Winsor & Newton, or else I use Royal and Nanganickle one. And as you can see, this is, if I get a bit on there, that's more or less the consistency of the Winsor & Newton, and that's the house paint. Looks very similar. I haven't mixed any floetrol or anything in this yet. That's how it comes straight out of the tin. So I'm going to add a good glug of floetrol. I've got quite a lot of white here because what I want to do is a negative space painting. You'll notice it's on an old canvas, so I've just put 2 coats of gesso over, gesso, whichever it's called, just so that it doesn't show through the old painting. Most of it doesn't show through. Right, this is looking pretty good. Still a little bit smooth. I've put kind of like 50-50 floetrol with it at the moment. I'm just going to put a bit of water in, see how it's a bit suck it and see guesswork to see how these things work out, but you don't learn if you never try. What I want to do is say the negative space. So I've got a nice big lot of white here, and I've just got little tiny cups here of colour. I'll put them there, and just I've got a sienna brown, an orange, Van Dyke brown, and then this one I'm going to make out of gold mica paint. That's just pure floetrol and a little bit of silicone. This is getting about right. I just left that so I can show you how I make that. I tried with the micas just adding them to the paint, hoping they'd go a kind of nice shimmery paint.
What have you actually done with like the orange, what are they?
These ones, they're little orange, that's just orange paint mixed with floetrol and a little bit of water, and I put a little silicone, and then this one is just pure floetrol and a little bit of silicone in there. Can you see it floating? And I'm just going to add the gold mica powder, mix it in till it makes a nice, the gold seems to work really well, and the blue and the green. I've got a dark brown one, although it looks, the floetrol dries clear, so it'll look like this at the moment. Once it dries, you'll see, and it leaves a shimmery paint. I think we've got one back over here somewhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way guys, there's like 2 ways of doing this. There's like a messy version and like a cleaner version.
Yeah.
Honestly, we prefer to do the messy version because it's a lot easier and a lot more fun, and honestly, if you want to get dirty, then that's the way you want to do it. Yeah. But like the clean version, it takes a little while.
But it's boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Chuck it in there. If you can see, I don't know if you can see, that's the green or the blue, I think it was green mica powders. I used brown on this, and for some reason the brown has just stayed in little lumps. So I'm not going to bother with that one anymore, although it's got a nice textured effect if you like things like that. So right, so yeah, that's the gold, and I don't know, you really can't see, but there's little gold. You see that, Nath?
Yeah.
Sort of a little bit of gold through there. But so anyway, we'll see how it goes.
You have to be careful with the mica powder, because if you use too much, as you can see on this painting here, it comes up with lumps. And it kind of ruins it slightly, but it depends on how you want your painting to be, so...
Yep, it's all fun and learning experience. Right, I'm going to pour the white, put that water out of the way because I know I'll knock it over. I'm going to pour the white all around the edges. Usually when I do these negative ones, I'm terrible for losing all the white because I make too much colour, and that's why I've put it in the little small pots rather than these big ones today. Want a little bit in the middle. But
sometimes you can like layer your colours in the paper cups, so you can put like white and red on top, and it makes like a cool marble effect, and like that's pretty cool to do as well.
We could do that actually today. Yeah. Do a dirty pour rather than pouring on the individual colours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we doing that one now, like on top of the white?
Yeah, I think we'll do that. I'm just smoothing this over at the moment. It will all run over the edges, but I like to try and get it to the edges as much as we can. little bit in the middle, just so that when we pour it, it mixes with the colours, but keeps them fairly intense. Right, start to pour over the edge.
Have you ever tried like smoothing it out with the thing? So like you go one way across.
What do you mean?
So like if you get the wooden stick and then run it along, it might smoothen it out a little bit more.
Oh right, just pulling it like that, you mean?
Yeah. So look, as you can see, it smooths it out a little bit.
It's like icing on a cake, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Also,
at the moment I'm just trying to get it to cover the edges over.
On my channel, I might put a link in the description for that, but I might start doing some vlogs on like baking and stuff, so that might be pretty fun.
Yeah. That's what you'd like. What I bought for Jay recently off Amazon, and that's a bacon and cheese making kit. You could have a go at that and then stick that on your blog.
Yeah, could do.
You can scoop up paint as it goes down here, but I haven't put a clean piece of paper stupidly, and it's got yesterday's green on there. And I don't really want green in this one, so it's a bit wasteful. And I don't like waste. Don't like. Does that one go on that edge? I've got a mirror over there, so with a bit of luck I can see, yeah, in the mirror. Okay, right. That's that done. We'll get a bit of cloth to wipe my hands because they're nice and. And I've got paint on my top already. I don't think I own any clothes that haven't got paint stains on now. I'm going to use one of these little plastic cups. I don't use these for actual mixing because I find they fall over all the while. But it's about the right size that I want for a dirty pot. I'm putting a bit of spray silicone in. It helps it pour out nicely. And then we're just going to layer the paints in, no particular order, just as we want. A bit of dark.
When did you like find out on how to make this?
About 2 months ago on Facebook, one of my friends put a picture up there and I really liked it. So she sent me a link to some YouTube videos and I bought some stuff and had a go, and I had some successes and some total disasters. But it's fun, it's all learning, nothing's ever wasted. Well, even if you make a total disaster, you can paint over it and redo it again, so it doesn't really matter. Right. A little bit left in all of them, so squirt the last bits out. Pre-mix these other paints because it's boring watching people mix paints eternally, but that's mainly sort of how I've got them that kind of thickness.
But if you do want to learn how to mix the paints, it's pretty simple, but if you really do, just put in the comments that you want to and we'll see if we can make a video on that.
Yeah, just pure mixing. Yeah, anything you're interested in, just comment on and we'll have a go at it. Any colours you want us to try, if I've got it here, we'll do it. So yeah, there's quite a range. I've got quite a lot of my old acrylics here still, and it's an addictive thing. You'll find you want to buy more and more. I bought the micas. I've got some bits of metallics, so there's a good mix here to make all sorts of paintings. And if you're ever interested in buying any of them, just drop me an email. I've got some for sale on Etsy now. I've got a few on another art site, which will be running and open soon, or you can just buy them direct from me. Ones like this will probably run out at about, I think it's about £32. I worked them out, and probably £4 for postage. So
it's not that expensive at all, really.
And you've got something that's totally unique and original. If you see that, I just did a little stir there to slightly mix the colours, but you can see how they go. And what I really am hoping is to get some nice cell action out of it, but I don't know if we will. We'll see. It's gone a bit thin some of those places, so I'm just going to smooth it out before I pour.
What we could do is like make our own shop online.
Yeah.
So like we could buy some other stuff from people and then like put it on one shop, so it's a lot easier for people to find.
Yeah. Well, I've got an Amazon affiliate link. I was just going to put that on the blog. You can see a lot more details on this if you just put in Jeannie's Art Adventures. That's JNNIE Art Adventures. You'll find my blog, and it's got details of all my art experiments so far. You can see the browns coming out.
We might just put the link in the description if that's a lot easier.
Yeah, I think I might have done on the other 2 videos, Nate.
Yeah.
Right. And basically we put that on there and the paint will keep moving, and you can see already some little changes coming in there. The gold really shows up against the dark best. You can't see it that well at the moment, but once it's dried out it will show. Right, we'll give that a little minute just to settle. Might scoop out a few more little bits of paint. I hate wasting.
Yeah, because what we sometimes do is use the leftovers from other paints to make another one.
Yeah.
But there's not really much leftovers from this one.
I tend to get a bit carried away paint mixing. That's why I've tried to use these little pots so I didn't get too carried away today.
So that way you don't use too much and...
Yeah, and waste it.
Yeah.
And end up making endless little 3x3 ones just to match up and use up paint. I've seen some people actually put their paints ready mixed into little screw top caps. I haven't done any of that yet. I don't know, put the top on that floetrol. I don't know how well they'd keep. Like I say, it's kind of new to me, so...
There also should be some other YouTube videos, because it's obviously not just going to be us.
Oh yeah, there are hundreds of them on there, and I've learned so much from them.
There you go.
There's my torch. I'm going to torch a little, see if we get anything.
It sometimes brings out the air bubbles as well and creates quite a nice effect. So, but don't worry if you don't have a blowtorch, it's just for extra effects, because you don't exactly have to use it.
You can use a heat gun, or I've got a little tiny butane one somewhere.
Yeah.
Or you can just go totally without. Right, I'm going to tilt this a little bit now. See what happens.
Yeah, we'll be back in a sec.
It's still not really coming out as I wanted, but I suspect I'm going to lose. But the real paint, the aim of this video was to see how the white works as opposed to how my normal one would work, so we'll see. I don't know about that. It's a little bit messy, but the white works well. That one I can say.
Is this the butane one?
No, that's the other one. The butane one I think is in this little box here. That little tiny hand one. This one here. It's like fill it by butane, lighter fuel, and I've got it on lock. Just makes a tiny little flame.
You can't even see it really,
so,
but
yeah, it does work, but I found it a bit fiddly, so I went for the bigger one.
But there is this one, but the only problem is it doesn't actually self-ignite, so you have to use like a match, and it's just awkward. So
you have to make sure you don't get it too close to the canvas, because
if not, it'll set on fire.
Yeah.
You know when it starts smoking that you might want to stop for a little bit.
Yeah.
But because we've done that a couple of times and you set it on fire.
What do you think of that, Nate? I'm not really sure about it.
I'm not. I would like.
It's a little bit like vomit, doesn't it? Really? Right, but I'll show you some things that you can do. Neat little bits with these edges. You can just pull little bits of colour out and make them into wisps. I do like that effect. So you can pull a few of them out around the edges, but I'm still not going to pull right through that. In fact, what I'm going to do is pull through it with this white stick. See if we maybe get a bit of lacing or something. Right, a bit more white.
Some of them can turn out quite nice, like this one here.
Yeah.
But like it depends on what sort of colours you use and what you mix in with the paint. And I think we've used too little of a paint, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like I don't really think there's enough to cover the canvas.
This one, we're getting some quite good bits there now.
Yeah.
Lacing,
but I would like rather to cover the canvas like this one.
Yeah, all over. We could still tilt it all over.
Yeah, we could.
Do you like it better?
Yeah, we could try it.
Okay, we'll go for it. Here we go.
But yeah,
What's quite handy is to have your tip ready to catch some of the runoff when you're going to tilt it. Yeah, since as we haven't really got the negative effect that I wanted, we might as well just tilt the whole thing. See how it comes out.
But yeah, you've always got to make sure that you've got something to catch the paint, because if not, it's going to go everywhere.
I've got silicone paper here. You actually get some really nice effects from that when it dries off. But
I think, well, there is this one over here, which, what did you do to these again?
Which one? Oh, they've got a resin finish on. That was the one I showed on the earlier video. It had ripples on and pinholes. It's still got ripples, but for some reason the resin hasn't gone right on the edges.
But as you can
so
see,
that's going to have another coat.
Yeah, the resin has gone over a little bit on the sides. I don't know if you can see that. Just there.
It'll
but
peel off.
It feels really nice, and it's still a little bit sticky. I've got some on my fingers. But
yeah, I love the resin effect.
Yeah.
Oh, this is looking actually more interesting now, Nate. Now, this white corner here, leave it or cover it, do you think?
I'd cover it.
Okay,
that
here
way
we go
to mix in.
You see? Yeah. Yeah, we've got a little bare spot in that corner anyway, so... And... let's pour it right across the middle. Right. See how it goes now.
I'm just under the other camera.
Oh, we've got some really nice cells coming down here, Nath.
Yeah.
I'm always on a quest for big cells. So far, I haven't got them, but one day we will work it out. I've got some different silicone coming. The one I'm using is treadmill silicone in a little... can't find it down here somewhere. But it's treadmill silicone in a little squeezy pot. But what I've got coming is dimethicon, which I've seen other people using. Right. Not much change coming on with this, but we have got some nice... and the paint continues to change and move. Yeah, I like that bit up there. So, yeah. It's a bit bland here, so I'm going to just pull through a little bit. And you can pull through with some of your other colours if you've got a little bit left. And just make it interesting that way. So I'll go over there. See? It's kind of magical. Sometimes the hard part is knowing when to stop. Yeah, so you've got some nice bits in the middle now. That makes that much more interesting. This still looks a little bit gurky here, but there we go. Do a little bit of something with it. So, I think I'll leave that one, Nath.
Yeah, that looks quite nice.
Yeah, we'll see how it dries out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you change. I quite like the sides. I might just smooth along the sides. You can see a bit of steam there where it's... I might have had it over a little bit too long.
Also, guys, I might have to get another micro SD card for my phone because I have so little battery. Well, not battery, memory. So you'll see some of it recorded from the other camera on my phone, but we'll like edit it out in bits.
Yep. So that's bye for us for today, and we'll see you again hopefully with another video. And don't forget, click if you like it, give us some comments if you want us to try anything, and
if you haven't already, subscribe.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that would be good.
I'm going to do some vlogs later
Excuse my
on.
hands.
And bye.
Bye.